Hi, my name is Joey Mancuso, and I'm about to perform my persuasive speech today. We've got my audience, Daniel Woodrow, Coach Cafaro, Ryan Fitzgerald, Jack Rogala, and Reagan Fowler.
Boarding call, boarding call for flight 2310 to Denver at 8:15. Final call for Denver.
The majority of sports championship systems have their special nicknames and titles. When you hear these titles come to mind, a special imagery can appear in your head. For example, when we hear the words Fall Classic, the Major League Baseball World Series pops up in our heads. With this scene, you think of waving towels at games, competitive pitching, competitive at-bats, and great World Series games. And when the words March Madness come to mind, we think of the NCAA basketball playoff and the great buzzer-beating games and the die-hard fans that come to these games. All these have in common are a perfect playoff system. The NCAA college football playoffs has been a struggle lately, and they cannot seem to find the perfect system. It first started with the BCS system, which got us down to 2 teams, and this past year we implemented a 4-team playoff, getting us down to 4 teams. Now, I propose that the college football playoff moves to 8 teams, and someday maybe this will be called the Winter Classic. There is a need for this because not only does it offer fairness for the teams and players, it's also great for the fans. According to Mark Schlabach of ESPN.com, the NCAA college football playoff system is meant to work to keep fans and players both satisfied. The past problem is that there are too many undefeated teams and too many one-loss teams for this to work. So, one way to solve this is have an 8-team playoff and allow these teams to battle it out through the playoff system. While this is great for players and teams, it's also great for the fans. Fans love the playoff atmosphere. Not only can family and friends go on trips to playoff games together and make many memories, they can also have watch parties and even do some sort of gambling games that can be done on whiteboards or brackets. According to Michael Rosenberg of SportsIllustrated.com, here's how the format of the NCAA college football 8-team playoff would work. The Power 5 conferences, also known as the ACC, the Big 12, the Big 10, the Pac-12, and the SEC, would all receive automatic bids for the champion of their conference. Meanwhile, according to Scott Bordeaux of Arizona Central Sports, this is the way other playoff systems work so well, because they have division champions, and then they also follow up with the wild card champions, which allows other teams who do not win the division to get in. So, for the first 5 spots being the automatic bid, we will then have 3 bids that will be done by a selection committee, and they will be considered at-large bids. This works great because it offers a clear-cut system so teams know exactly what they must do to get into the playoffs. Unlike current and past systems in which you could have a great season and still somehow miss making the playoffs. The former BCS Bowls will still act in the playoff system as games. The Rose Bowl, Sugar Bowl, and Orange Bowl and Fiesta Bowl will be the quarterfinal games of the 18 playoff. After this, we will have 2 semifinal games, which can either be played as home games to the higher seed, or they could be new bowl games that would receive a new title and generate more money for the league. Finally, this will bring us to 1 national title game, played fairly. And all this together becomes known as the Winter Classic. This format is also for the fans. All teams now have a chance. Power conference or not, all fans can actually think that this year might be the year for their team. This playoff system with 8 teams would be spread out over 4 weeks, which is the way most playoff systems are played today. For instance, the Major League Baseball system usually lasts at least a 4-week playoff period. This is great because the fans don't want the college system don't want the playoffs to end. Usually, with the current system, it is just a 2-week period, and all of a sudden it is over, and the fans are wondering what happened. With a 4-week period, Fans can continue to have good times over the 4 weeks, and this will also generate more money via TV broadcasting and trips that generate money for the cities who host the games. In conclusion, the 4-team playoff was a step in the right direction last year for the NCAA College Football Playoff, but an 8-team is the answer. While the College Football Playoff will never have the perfect system, there is a way to create a more fair system and a system that provides the best entertainment for the fans. Fans can help push this matter by voicing their opinions in the same way that several college coaches have. Several college coaches, according to Mark Schlabach of ESPN, have already came out and voiced their opinion that the college football will expand. Now, we just have to wait for time to tell how long it takes. Thank you for your time.
I was